My name is Franz Martins, co-founder of Fully Equipped Oasis, a ministry of Life Impact Ministries. So in my life, as I think about how God works, one of the areas that I was really looking for was for God to come in and use short, quick steps to change me. And that wasn't happening. I was just getting frustrated. And I spent a lot of time chasing these like maybe get rich quick kind of schemes, but instead in spiritual maturity. But I discovered, just like soul food, God likes to take his time and work through the issues in our life over an extensive period of time to tenderize us, to develop flavor, to develop all the things that allows him to use us in the world to his glory. In Philippians chapter 2, we find out that even though we are collaborating with God in the process of our sanctification, it is really in the timing of God as to when that happens in our life. I think when we try to remove ourselves from the process that God is doing in our life, that slow, even burn, we'll end up underdeveloped, we'll end up undercooked. And when we try to do ministry, when we try to live our life to the glory of God, instead we offer ourselves instead of Jesus Christ. The whole process of soul food cooking is that you start with one piece of, let's say it's meat, and you end up with something that looks the same, but is in actuality a completely different thing. And so that's how God is working on us to turn us, even though we look like a human, in the end we start to look like Jesus Christ, who was the ultimate human, of course. And he can use us in a much greater way. So removing ourselves from that process will cause issues for us later in our life, even though in the beginning we might think it's the best idea. As I spend time in the kitchen cooking soul food, I take special delight to go by the slow cooker and look through the lid or take a little peek and just see how it's developing. And I get really excited knowing how that's going to turn out, how delicious it smells. And I think God is the same way with us. He's not at all disappointed how things are going. We might be disappointed, but God can see the process happening and he knows what it's going to turn out like. There's another passage of scripture that says that what God has started in our life, he's going to complete, because he already has a picture in his mind of what we're going to be like at the end. In our Oasis ministry, one of the main things that I feel is necessary is to remind global workers that they're in God's slow cooker. That even when things are going maybe not the way they want them to go, they need to be reminded that God is working in their lives, even despite some of the problems that they're having. And so in Oasis, we want to remind them and encourage them that God is not finished with them yet. He's not punishing them. He's not angry with them. But he is working that process in their life. And so they can find joy in the midst of those trials. You can learn more about the soul food concept and how we help global workers at fullyequippedoasis.com.